had your first morning walk through. The flipping of the practices you haven't experienced as we tape this the afternoon, but what are your thoughts on the change of schedule?
Yeah, I think it'll give us a better chance to kind of walk through some of the looks that we might not see in practice, go through the mental aspect of the game. So then when we come back out at practice, we'll have a longer time to rest throughout the day. So we'll practice in the afternoon and then not practice again to the following afternoon. So it kind of gives you a little bit longer to prepare for everything.
Robert, I've said this many times on the show, no surprise to the fans when I say it to you. I think you're the best conditioned athlete on the team without leaving anybody out. A lot of guys here are well conditioned. Describe to us what your goals were during the offseason in terms of physical condition.
Yeah, obviously there's the X's and the O's, the mental part of the game for the quarterback that you always have to execute, but really putting on the armor in the offseason is what we like to call it. You have to put on that armor to be able to go against the Terrence Knightons, which I'm glad we don't have to face him anymore.
That's
but,
right.
Those guys, you're going to get hit in football. That's the name of the game. Obviously, you don't want your quarterback to get hit that much, but when you do, you got to be able to handle it. And then obviously, for me, speed is a big part of my game, so I make sure that speed is manufactured and that I can go out and be the best Robert that I can be.
I have a theory, I don't know how valid it is, that you've had a couple injuries and maybe the fact that you might not have been 100% obviously played into how the performance unfolded on the field. Any validity to that?
There could be. Last year was really tough with the ankle dislocation. You get back and you're cleared and everyone says you're 100%, but you dislocate your ankle, you're not going to be 100% in 6 weeks. So there's no excuses for play when you get out there on the field. You got to produce, and I didn't produce enough last year to help us win enough games. So I look forward to being healthy this year and being able to produce to help us.
You're such a solid guy, and you have a lot of pressure on you this year. What in your background, how have you practiced dealing with pressure? Is that something you can train yourself to deal with?
Yeah, no one expects more out of myself than I do. So the outside pressure to get it done doesn't really affect me. I've been able to run track, play basketball, play football at the highest levels, aside from the NBA. But at a high level, and
could have done that.
But when you step out on that field, the expectations are there, and as long as you have higher expectations than the outside world does, you'll be all right. So there's no pressure there, or like we like to say, no pressure, no diamonds.
No pressure, no diamonds. Again, Alex Diamond is our photographer for us, and we got to get him a T-shirt. He's begging for one.
I got him. I get him.
Are you going to get a home-cooked meal? They feed the team great at the Omni.
They
Fantastic food.
We appreciate that.
Are you going to get a home-cooked meal while you're here?
I will. My grandmother lives here. My mom's staying here with her mom. And I'm going to go get a home-cooked meal. I'm going to enjoy it. But I'll make sure it's on a day off so that I don't have to go practice after eating
way in the day after, yeah. Well, no, it's okay. Hey, Grandma's cooking. What's wrong with nothing like that? Who are the leaders on this football team? You're one of the leaders, but if you look around the locker room, give the fans a feel, because everybody talks about leadership when a team doesn't win. And Darryl Green told me, when you win, everybody's a leader. When you lose, there's not enough leadership. That kind of is a logical way of looking at it. Right. But when you look around your locker room, other than yourself, who are the leaders? Yeah,
I agree with exactly what you said. When you lose, people say there's no leadership. When you win, there is. And I look for me, because there's different leaders for everybody, but I think Jason Hatcher on the defensive side of the ball is definitely a guy you can look to for leadership. Terrence Knighton, Ricky John, a lot of these new guys that we've gotten. And then on the offensive side of the ball, obviously Trent being the man in the middle. He's been a leader, but I think the guy that's played alongside him for a long time, Corey Lichtensteiger, is another big leader for us, and he's our center. And that's what you want. That's what you want when you look at a team. You say, hey, who are the leaders? You want it to be the guys up front in the trenches, because that's where it all begins. If you have a great O-line and a great D-line, usually you have a great team, and that's what we're looking to have.
What are those little things that it's like a Segway, but it's on the ground? What are those things called? I've seen a couple of those. I have a theory here. What are those things? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. There's a lot of different names for them, but a lot of the ones the guys are riding around is called a space chariot. So.
Yeah. So I saw Deshaun Jackson on one.
Yes.
Man, he's graceful.
He is very graceful.
But I saw Trent Williams on one.
Oh my gosh.
And I had to get out of the way. It was like there was a freight train coming at me in the hallway. Unbelievable.
Yeah, guys aren't walking these days anymore. They're just hovering. They're scooting along. Yeah. So it's fun.
All right, buddy. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. First day of camp, wanted to kick it off with you.
So have a great one.